Who doesn't love samosas? And today I'm going to show you how to make a healthier version. In this episode, you're gonna learn how to make baked spinach samosas. Make them at your next party and I'm sure your guests will be totally charmed. So let's head in the kitchen and start cooking. So here in my bowl I have 1 cup of all-purpose flour, and in this I'm going to add salt, 1/4 teaspoon. So add salt. And 1/8 teaspoon Ajwain, that's carom seeds. They taste great when baked in the outer shell. 1/8 teaspoon baking powder. 3 tablespoons vegetable oil. And then we're gonna add a little bit of water to make a stiff dough. Now all the components are in the bowl and we are just going to mix them well together. So crumbly dough is going to be formed first, and then we are gradually going to add some lukewarm water to form a soft shell, soft dough. So mixing all the components together, and water should not be too hot or too cold. Lukewarm water. So gradually adding the water and mixing the flour. And once it's ready, we'll let it sit. Look at that, our dough is ready. Now the key to making a good samosa, a good baked samosa, is that the dough needs to be right. It should not be too hard and not be too soft. So just the right medium consistency. So it shouldn't stick to your hand when you press it. Now that the dough is ready, we are going to let it sit for about 30 minutes. So cover it with a damp cloth. And you can brush it with a little bit of oil as well, and then divide it into equal size golf balls. So our little dough balls are ready. Just set them aside and let's work on our stuffing. So spinach, 1 bunch, washed, and we are going to chop them. Green peas, 1 cup, red chili powder, salt, garam masala, and last but not least, my favorite, mango powder. That's amchur. So we are going to chop spinach leaves. So just chop them, set them aside, and cut 1 small onion and 3-4 cloves of garlic. Helps in digestion. So heat a pan, add 2 tablespoons of oil and add your stuffing ingredients. So onions and garlic first. Give them about 2 minutes. Just stir them together and let them get softened a little bit. Once they're a little soft, we'll go ahead and add our green peas. Stir the green peas in and then add your spinach leaves. Now they might look a lot, but when they cook they wilt and the stuffing will decrease in volume. So add spinach accordingly. So once the spinach is in, just stir it in along with onions and garlic and let it cook. It's gonna wilt a little bit, and it's up to you how much you want to cook it. You can keep it a little bit on the raw side, or like I prefer, a little bit more cooked. Once it's done, you will notice that it's wilted. Add your spices. So garam masala, red chili powder, salt as per taste, and mango powder. Gives a nice tangy flavor to our stuffing. Tastes great as well. So mixing all these ingredients, and we will let our stuffing cool down a little bit before putting it in. So now we will take 1 dough ball at a time, our golf size ball of dough, and we'll just press it down with our hand, and then using a rolling pin we will flatten it out. You want to make like a small circle, and once it's done, go ahead and cut it into semicircles and cut it with a knife. And I'm going to show you what we are going to do. We are going to make like a cone shape. So just pick 1 semicircle and fold it in, just like so. And you can just press it down a little bit with your hand or with the help of a water. And in that pocket, we are going to put our stuffing. So this is going to be like a medium-sized samosa, but you can make them big or small depending on your personal preference. If you want little small bite-sized samosas, you can cut it in more than 2 parts like this. So just take 1 triangle in your hand and stuff it with the stuffing and just close it. So now let's start the process of putting the stuffing in and baking our samosas. So like I mentioned, we are going to cut it in a semicircle. This is going to be a medium-sized samosa. Pick one semicircle up and just close it as if you're making a cone. So a triangular shape, and in this pocket now we are going to put our stuffing, which has cooled down now. So just put it in and close the ends, close these sides. Just press it down with your hand. You can use a little bit of oil to press it down or water. So once you've pressed it, look at that nice triangular shape. With the help of a fork, you can just close the ends, seal the ends. You have to be a little bit more careful if you're frying them, but if you're doing it baking, it's quite easy. So now a little bit mini samosas. Same way, making small triangular pockets, small cone shape. And we are going to make mini samosas by filling the stuffing in. So go ahead, fill all the pockets, fill all the cones, and then put them on a baking sheet. And we are going to bake them at about 350 for 30-35 minutes. You can also use the temperature 375 and then bake them a little less. And if you're making them for a party, you can just keep them a little bit on less baked side and put them in the oven while your guests come. So that way you don't have to worry about making them instantly. You can see that once they're cooked, they will turn a little brown. And now you can serve them with your favorite chutney. So really easy process. Hope you enjoyed watching this recipe video and will give these samosas a try. Let us know how they turn out for you, and we will see you soon with something more exciting. So please stay tuned to Eat East Indian channel.